Hi everyone, how's it going? Sorry I've been gone for so long. Let me start off by saying I'm sorry for failing my New Year's resolution and sorry for telling you guys that I was gonna be uploading way more. New Year's resolution was to upload like way more on this channel, so that's and then I went away for 2 to 4 months. I've been moving around and trying to get myself settled and back into the group of making videos, and that's what I'm trying to do now with this video, and hopefully it just gives me momentum to keep going. It might take a while for me to get to the consistency that I want to be at, but I assure you guys I'm doing my best, and that it's a new me. It's going to be a new me, new channel, and now that I actually have my own space and freedom to actually like shout as much as I want,
I'm making noise.
talk as loud as I want, and make a lot more videos that you guys are gonna be, well fed with my videos. But anyway though, enough of the sappy sad stuff. Hello everyone, welcome to and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe, like, and check out my other videos if you enjoy this video. I make videos about games, things that I like, hence the name. So consider subscribing. Tell me if you want to see more videos like this in the comments, and yeah, let's get into it. So I've been away, but I've come back and I've seen the new mods and updates for Project Zomboid, like extension mod and that, and haven't tried that out yet, but would love to. And also now I have actually like space and a good computer, and all I'm waiting for is a mouse to come. So if you guys want to see like gameplay videos of me playing Project Zomboid, now I can actually do that, and maybe in the future I'll get a better mic, but for now just bear with me with this mic still.
Heard of bears?
Yeah, I've heard of bears, but
Oh my god.
So yeah, and also I'm currently also playing Telltale's The Walking Dead, and I've been working on editing that for so long, but I've just gotten caught up with so much stuff. So once this video drops, expect the Telltale Walking Dead video to drop like shortly after this. So yeah, it's just a lot of stuff I've been doing, and I really hope that you guys enjoy and appreciate it, and just join me as we grow more on this journey. But sorry, so now let's actually start the video. So, over the amount of time I've been making videos about zombie games, I feel like I've been able to touch on a lot of aspects on why they might not work, why they fail to actually capture a good fun sense of a good apocalypse. I feel like I've covered all that I can within my scope, but something always keeps popping up in my mind. This time is how zombie games can be saved, but in order to talk about that, I feel it to be important to tackle why they even need to be saved in the first place. So let me try and keep this brief. So what I'm going to talk about is how casual gaming has had an effect on zombie games, and not just zombie games, but an effect on nearly all types of games, leading to the oversaturation of way too many genres I can't begin to list because that would take up the whole video. But one of the main genres that has been impacted the most by this oversaturation has been the zombie genre, with this increase in casual gaming just like fluctuating the number of zombie games being pumped out, and the quality of the zombie games being dropped by the oversaturation. With the zombies entering a more casual space and the space of mobile games and apps, it feels like they lost the uniqueness they had and the scare factor that made them fun to interact with in the first place. Games such as Plants vs Zombies, even though good and fun, made majority of devs see the success it got from making zombies more cartoonish and lovable, and decided to mimic that style as to fit a wider audience to make more money. And this then opened the floodgates to zombies being pumped into everything and gaming, and just not taken as a serious threat. I mean, yeah, with bad writing and such, zombies shouldn't be a big scary issue, but this casual tone just took away from making zombies feel fun, unique, and different, and they just became mascots for casual games, horror games, and survival games and such. Even with a wackier or unserious stuff before this, still made zombies fun with a little bit of genuine scare and threat behind it, instead of the zombies being just cannon fodder for whatever half-assed apocalypse that developers came up with to just monetize and keep you in a gameplay, where it feels as if the genre, funnily enough, has lost its own soul, making the genre of zombies lose its meaning and BS. And I'd say that this is due to something I want to call the Walking Dead effects. And as much as it pains me to say, because I love The Walking Dead, both the Telltale games and the TV show, I believe that with the popularity that the first season of the Telltale game really truly shocked like the genre and made companies realize that this could make a lot of money. Due to it being so popularized and such a hit with everyone, which then gave way to studios trying to make their own zombie games, except without the same effort, but still chasing that same peak of the game and capture that popularity but being unable to. Which leads to these games not having enough depth to actually give us something to grasp onto and actually enjoy. Most of these sort of games kind of just got turned into live service game traps, which are just designed for us players to be as mindless as the zombies when we play these games, with the repetitive constant missions and the fear of all of it meaning nothing because the server can just get shut down at any moment in time. So you can't really just like sit with an experience and feel it have a sort of impact on you as with other zombie games. Now, the games I'm talking about are mostly like the general population games that dominate the zombie game genre purely by the quantity at which they come out and not so much on the quality and how fun the games are. And I know not all these live service zombie games have been the slop that I'm describing or talking about, because there's actually good and fun live service, just general zombie games, and all those games have been fun and great to play and enjoy with friends. But I think now it's time for a reset. Time to go back to original scary zombie stories and games, something different, unique, but still familiar to the popularized versions of zombies that people know and often think of when they hear or see anything with the word zombie in it. From TV to movies to video games, I feel like zombies have kind of quietly become the face of slop content, and that's ironic considering they're supposed to be the mindless ones, the hollow ones, yet we still consume this content with no matter and nothing to dig deeper into, no story that's gripping enough or anything that tries to change views that's properly written or presented to us. This is then further exasperated by the hype that gets built up around any zombie game that looks semi-decent, and it always feels like, as a fan, I'm stuck in a loop of watching these games get so hyped and brought to us as a different experience, and then they just end up becoming the same live service World War Z, Killing Floor, Left 4 Dead, soulless clones that don't even work half the time. Like, it's gotten so bad that we're at the point that having a fully functional game at the very least will be considered a win in this genre. Once we have that, then we can properly critique the game and what is actually enjoyable and good about this genre. But maybe it's just me, maybe it's my fault, because I feel like nothing could ever really fill that craving or hole that I have these types of games. Pause on that I have for this type of, perfect type of zombie apocalypse game that kind of seems impossible to make, with the closest and best being stuff like Zomboid, Days Gone, State of Survival games, Telltale's Walking Dead games, The Last of Us games, all kind of being mixed into one game, taking the best aspects of each and making something great from that. But maybe I'm not grateful enough for the already insane and crazy amount of zombie games that already exist, no matter whether or not they fit into what I think will be fun, because at the end of the day, there's different needs to be met for different people and what they want out of the games that they play. And I feel like a spoiled brat who can't appreciate what hard work by these small solo indie devs have done to try and freshen up and liven up the genre of zombie games. Even if my points are true and there is a majority of oversaturation in this genre, there's still a minority that believe they can make a zombie game that's fun and interesting and different for us to enjoy. So maybe it's my fault.
Maybe it's my
I
fault.
led you to believe that my highlights started.
Maybe I led you to believe it was easy when it wasn't. Maybe I made you think my highlights started at the free throw line and not in the gym.
But I just feel so fatigued by all of it and all the false hope I keep giving myself that the next game will be the it game for me, with just how the concepts have died or tried to be the same thing of humanity's last stand against a sort of familiar but new threat. It just became predictable and felt played out with so many zombies in everything. Every ounce of space we see, there's something to do with zombies or it will be incorporated in somehow. But you know what I want to see now. What I want to see more games do is focus on mummies. I want to see more games about mummies. Like, what do they even do? I don't know what mummies, like, why are they scary? You know, like, why are we afraid of them? Why are they like in the top conversations with zombies? They have to, you know, prove themselves. Like, I think it would be really fun and cool if we got like an Uncharted or Tomb Raider type game that focuses mainly on mummies and them being a main threat. But anyway, enough with that rant. So, how can we actually save zombie games? So firstly, I feel like I've talked about this extensively, and that is player-driven storytelling. And I like using the example of Project Zomboid so much because I feel like it's the only game that can really capture this in a good way as far as I've been able to observe and experience. Maybe there's other games out there that do the same that I haven't just, you know, gotten the chance to actually experience for myself, but like Project Zomboid, it just manages to make organic stories for the players to feel kind of connected to the game in another way that most games don't. It tells you that you won't survive, that sooner or later you will die, and it doesn't give you like a narrative story to follow or objectives to stick to. I feel like now I've refined what I want to see about it, and you know, this player-driven story narrative and Project Zomboid. So I feel like it forces you for the most part to live in the game day to day, to live and play in the moment and make everything you do in the game count. Which to me, I don't know if you feel like this also, but it feels oddly philosophical because we know that we're gonna die. We don't know when, but we just know that it will happen. So we have to make every moment we have in the game count in whatever meaningful way that we see fit. We could try and preserve our life as long as we can, or whatever we're expected to do, but we don't have to. We could take risks, do things we never thought we would do, and just have it in the back of mind that we might die today, whether from a mistake or just something random that catches us off guard. And over time, as you keep playing the game, you just begin to make up a story in your head, which adds to the experience. It helps deal with the constant grind and threat of survival to keep things fresh and fun and just engaging. You become linked to the character you created and feel devastated whenever they finally die. And I feel like that's one of the most important things a game or any form of art or media or experience can give to us. Just building that sort of bond with a character that you've grown with, you've spent a lot of time with throughout how much time is given to you with that character, and just experiencing things with them, whether it's being a reflection of yourself or just a different perspective, and just getting to understand that and having that experience and emotional connection being given to you and then taken away. And this goes back into what I was saying about depth, where we first need to have that sort of landscape and refined environment to really enjoy the game, whether it's narrative driven or just the other types of zombie game. Something that just balances the survival and tension and everything that makes these games fun to begin with, and actually goes deeper into that, whether it's in the themes, stories, or gameplay aspects. And the hardest thing to do, ironically, is to make these games feel alive despite the zombies in the game and them being the main threat. And that's where the innovation should come in to help liven up the games, because I feel the only way to stand out and battle oversaturation is by creating something that's different but still in the same genre, and not only making it different but making it good and not half-heartedly. This could be in changing the way the zombies in the game act and interact with the world and how they can be viewed as a threat. Having new ideas or more polished ideas like the fast, more humane 28 Days Later, or zombies which still have a semblance of human routines, which would just help make things more interesting. Because yes, while they are mindless, they were also once people too, just like me and you. And look, even if the studios or devs making the game can't really achieve or figure out how to do that, then I suggest just letting the community be able to give us the ability to experience that, with mods that add much more to the game than the limitations put on the developers. And for me personally, this is how I feel most good games can keep their longevity, with community-driven mods and support from devs and the community and updates which keep the game fresh and exciting exciting. People having different ideas that we may never have thought of, and just making us be able to play the game in a different way. It makes sure to give us something new to always explore and give us a different reason to keep loading up the game and just experiencing it. Because I feel that games which allow the community to thrive and make things for the game can totally transform it in so many ways that the devs couldn't even have thought of, because they can only do so much with how much time they have, how much budget they have. It could be stuff like reworking resource management stuff, the game world, the environment, the survival simulation aspect of the games and such that really expands more on the base game. So that's just what I believe. I believe that a strong community and just support and access to strengthening the games and transparency is how we can get more zombie games to survive, how we can get more zombie games to be unique, fun and different, and not the overwhelming slop that we have now. These games and this whole genre just need a reset in how they are being approached, instead of them being so monetized and made just because it takes no effort and can give good returns on money and profit and just be a quick buck for these developers to get. The games need to become more genuinely made with actual substance for a start, something that will actually matter and stick with players in the minds as they play the games, and not just mindless games used to take up players' time and space and keep them overstimulated so they keep interacting with the games. But yeah, that's all I got to say about this and how I feel zombie games could be saved or should be saved. So thank you all so much for watching and still being so interested in my videos and my channel. It really means so much to me. It means the world to me. And if you disagree with me, or you have different opinions on what I said throughout the video, just feel free to let me know in the comments. Let's start a dialogue, let's talk about it deeper and actually go into why we feel like this. But yeah, I've gotten so busy in the past few months and hope that this video can sort of get me back on track, get me back in a groove and a rhythm so I can keep uploading more for you guys. Just keep that momentum going for you guys to enjoy more videos, because really on YouTube, I don't know if I'm the only one who's noticed, but all the content I've been seeing on my recommended hasn't really been that engaging or that fun, and I think that's why I even started making content, like actually seriously making content that I take with more passion than what I was doing earlier when I was younger. I want to make something fun for people to engage with. I want to make something that people enjoy watching, that people can eat with and watch my content with. I think that would be a very big achievement for me. I think that would make me very happy if I can make content that people consistently watch on a basis and don't get bored with, rather than get bored with they grow out of it maybe, because I feel like that lifespan, that life cycle would kind of be more appreciated than me getting boring or just falling off for no reason. Maybe my content doesn't suit your taste anymore, and that would be okay with me. I can't keep doing the same thing over and over and expect you guys to still like it that much. But yeah, just thank you so much for you guys. Thank you for watching, thank you for interacting, thank you for always just being there for me and clicking the video, even if you don't like or subscribe or leave a comment or whatever. Even if you just view the first 30 seconds and don't get to the end point of the video where I'm talking about this, I really appreciate each and every one of you. Even if you're not a subscriber or just passing through, it really means a lot to me. I feel like I'm actually doing something productive and contributing to something. But yeah, but the only way I know if you guys enjoy the content and want to see more is if you comment, like and subscribe. And yeah, I got some other things going on that I'm working on for the channel. Specifically, I'm working on more experimental gameplay videos too. Like I said in the beginning, I'm playing Telltale's The Walking Dead. I just finished episode 1 a while back, and right after this video I think I'm going to record episode 2. Then I'm going to edit this video. I'm going to send both episode 1 and episode 2 to someone who's helping me edit. So it's just going to be a cycle of momentum. I'm going to keep the momentum going to keep the videos coming. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the gameplay videos. And just a minor spoiler, alert for episode 1. First of all, my mic wasn't working well. The audio is really messed up, and there's like double this layering. I've tried my best to like minimize that, and it's kind of boring. Episode 1, I wasn't really being able to like enjoy myself and be myself. But now that I'm alone for episode 2, I think I can really like be myself, be overly exuberant, and just be overly expressive in how I interact with the game. So I'll try my best for you guys to enjoy. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy like all the stuff that I have coming out in the next couple of weeks or even couple of days if I really try hard and don't sleep. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching and staying and sticking to the end and just watching the video. Let me know what other type of content you guys also want to see. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, and thank you so much for watching and enjoying the video. So bye.